What's up, everyone? I know that as the room fills up a little bit, we're going to have some folks come in. So as you guys and gals come in, if you could do me a solid favor, if you could just let me know that the microphone that is on. So as you guys are in the comments, if you could type and just let me know that the volume's good. Maybe give me a thumbs up or something to let me know that the volume's in good shape. Want to welcome everybody to the broadcast tonight. My name is Matt Crane. I'm known at I am Matt Crane for real on social media. I'm a sales and marketing manager with Rush Impact Media. My man C.W. Young, what's going on, buddy? Great to see you. I'm also the host of the Power of Great podcast, as well as a writer and contributor for the Huffington Post, Influencive, Pursuit.com, and I just had my first article updated with Addicted to Success. You know, I think that tonight's topic is one that I'm really excited about, especially with all the new things that's happening in my life and all the great opportunities. But what I think for so many people, especially that are in business or are in sales or in marketing or an entrepreneur or have a brand or if you're an employee, whatever the case may be, what we really want to start paying attention to are trends. And I think for most people, video is something that they aren't paying attention to as a trend. And before we really get into the topic tonight, 3 keys to enhance your sales through video or digital marketing, I want to start with some simple statistics. And I'll be very transparent. I'm not a soothsayer on statistics. So to my right, I'm going to be reading from webquidity.com, talking about 20 tremendous digital marketing stats and facts, but I'm just going to go over a few. I think the first key here, so I see folks that are coming in, so I want to say hi to everyone, but the first thing I want to talk about when it comes to digital marketing statistics is the average person now spends more time online than with television and all other media, whether it's newspapers or magazines combined, and I want to talk about that. So you heard me say earlier that I contribute to Huffington Post, I contribute to Influencive, I contribute to Pursuit.com, I contribute to Addicted to Success. All 4 of those are online publications. While the Huffington Post is known worldwide for its newspaper, its online platform has become the place that people play. So I say those things because if you own a business, I was talking to a car dealership yesterday. And the first thing out of his mouth when I was talking to him about our digital marketing concepts that we have that not only are driving numbers, driving traffic, the first thing that he said is that I just don't have any money available. I said, well, hey, I appreciate that, but outside of money, what would keep you from learning more about how we can statistically show you how we're driving traffic to your business? He said, well, I currently do all of my marketing through television and through in-house, or what I like to call, that ground floor marketing. So my next question to him was what kind of statistics or feedback are you getting from those television channels, from your commercials that you're running? By the way, that you're spending on an average 3 times more on than you would for digital marketing. And all he could tell me was, send me some information. Now, why is that important? Because for so many of us, we believe that television and traditional forms of marketing are the most important. We still have this frame of mind that being on television is going to get us the most reach. However, I say this: you have to be able to track those statistics. That's why more people are spending time online, because the analytics are in real time. They're also able to track them more often, and they can repurpose that content. So, total spending on the internet advertising is predicted to grow 13% by next year. The internet will become the largest medium for advertising in 2016, ahead of television. So for many of you business owners, entrepreneurs, whether you did not jump in the game or whether you are late to the game, the great thing about it is the internet's not going away. But I also want to make it very clear that more people are now watching the news on the internet. More people are now watching television on the internet. More people are cutting the cord than ever before, and your business needs to be a part of that trend. Less than 8% of total business-to-business product sales are closed directly through the internet versus 15% business-to-consumer products. What I think is so important about that is that businesses nowadays are consumers. So when you hear the term business to business, what you should really look at if you own a business is that you need to be a consumer of the marketplace. If you're truly wanting to elevate your game to the next level, you've got to learn how to consume that marketplace. So when most businesses are waiting for business to business marketing, they might be the third, fourth, fifth, or sixth person in line. What happens when you decide to turn on the digital switch is you become top of mind anytime you choose to be. And I think for so many companies that's very important. These next two is really what I want to key on in terms of these statistics that I was talking about. Social ad spending has doubled over the last 2 years. Social ad spending. Notice how I didn't say internet ad. I said social ad, meaning Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, okay? LinkedIn. This is just a paradigm shift in the way marketers are now driving traffic to their business. And you want to know why social spending has doubled over the last 2 years and will do the same thing over the next 2 years? Because it's instantaneously trackable. You don't believe me? Gary Vaynerchuk and Grant Cardone just launched 2 major ways to track their traffic. 1, Gary Vaynerchuk is doing a 60-second club hashtag. 2, Grant Cardone is doing a 10X Nation hashtag. It's instantaneous lead development. You have to be a part of that trend if you own a business, if you own a brand, or if you own a product. More importantly, if you sell for a business, if you sell a brand, or if you sell a product, how much deeper, how much more processed, and how much more developed will your pipeline be if you had instantaneous access to all the people that were being generated from things that you liked, posted, or even talked about. Number 5, by 2019, mobile advertising will represent 72% of all U.S. digital advertising spending. I was talking today to our CEO, Jeremy Warner at Rush Impact Media, and that's the first thing he said was mobile advertisement is becoming the new norm. So without even answering the question, how many of you have your cell phones or your smartphones on you right now? Every one of you. Because I'm streaming right now through my mobile device, my cellular phone. So by 2016, if over 3/4 of advertisement spending will be represented from a mobile device, I'm asking you all right now, if you own a business, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're an employee, if your bottom line is remotely based on a type of selling program or a type of sales process, and you're not spending time on your mobile device and you're not spending time getting in front of an audience, you're losing. Which leads me right into tonight's topic, 3 keys to enhance your sales through video and digital marketing. You know, I embarked on this digital journey about 18, maybe 19 months ago. And I had no idea what I was doing. I had no product to sell. I had no book written. I didn't have anything but the fact that I knew that I like to talk to people. I knew that I like to make things happen. And I also like to excite people and create opportunities. And I found my voice on a Periscope application. And from there, things just kept progressing, and they kept progressing, and they kept progressing. Then all of a sudden, I get in front of one of the biggest inspirations for me in this entire game, and that was Grant Cardone. He found out more about me through digital platforms and through utilizing those platforms. And then all of a sudden, my audience grew from 1 listener and viewer to 2 listeners and viewers to well over 8,000 viewers, followers. And on an average now, I'll have anywhere from 250 to 300 viewers live on a stream at one time. What I think is so important is that how many of you that own your business have yet to utilize the video and digital platform for that very means? How many of you that are out there right now, if you're a salesperson, if you own a business, would like just 10 brand new leads per video stream? And those leads will consist of first and last name, social media handles, and you have access to those 24/7. Now, that doesn't mean that you need to stop all that you're doing now. What it does mean is that you have access now on Facebook alone to over 6 billion new opportunities. Are you going to reach 6 billion new people? Maybe not. But do you have the opportunity? Absolutely. The great thing about it is that tonight's broadcast is being brought to you free of charge. It also becomes an opportunity for me to take this video, save it, download it, and now I can take bits and pieces of this entire process and create commercials, create content. I can create opportunities to send to prospective dealers, businesses, leads that I'm going to be reaching out to in the next week or so, and talk about how we can enhance their digital aspect, how we can improve their digital footprint, how we can drive proven, trackable, measurable, systematic clientele through their doors. And it was all because I was willing to take a step back, hit the broadcast button, and utilize a platform that on Facebook alone over 6 billion people are taking advantage of. Now translate that to Instagram. Translate that to Snapchat. Translate that to Periscope. Translate that to my podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, the opportunities for me every single day to be able to line up new opportunities are at my fingertips. They're not dictated by a budget. They're not dictated by a gatekeeper. They're not dictated by a boss. They're dictated by the person who has full control of how much business they do want to do or whether they choose not to do. So the key to this entire point is you've got to embrace the change. What I'm noticing now is that if you go to Google, right? And before, when you went to Google and you would type in someone's name, or you would type in a particular business, or maybe you would want to type in a word, what would happen is either a picture would show up, or an article would show up, or something of a digital nature would show up. More and more and more, you're actually now able to go right to videos. And you know why you were able to go to videos? Is because marketing companies, newspaper companies, advertising companies know that as a society as a whole, we actually want to be told more things than we want to read more things. You see, I'm going to take this entire video and then I'm going to copyright, right? I'm going to take my own words and I'm going to write notes about it, and I'm going to be able to post it in different blogs, but more people will actually watch the video than they might want to drive to a written, because it's work. So you want to take the work out of your audience. You want to take the work out of your potential clients. You want to take the work out of your prospects. You also want to take the work out of your budget. So by embracing the digital media concept, you're now going to be able to do what as a business owner? You're going to be able to spend more time in your business, not on your business. You're also going to be able to spend more time with your employees, not worry about getting on your employees. You're also going to be able to see just how you can regurgitate so much information and stretch your bottom line, your budgetary opportunities. So number one, you got to embrace the change. Number two, it's very important. And for me, tonight's video is something that I'm very excited about, because for so long, I floated out in the digital space without a vehicle. So most of us that are out there, you have a lot of talent, but maybe you're confused on the vehicle that's driving your talent. So you have to find your vehicle. Understand that video is not something that's going away. If anything, it's only going to enhance. Instagram Live is a proven point. Instagram just went over 600 million users. And now you're starting to see all these influencers that have bombarded different platforms. What's happening? They're moving to Instagram. And it's just another layer of live video. So you got to find your vehicle. And here's what I mean by that. Finding your vehicle for me was understanding that Periscope was the place that originally became the vehicle that I was able to drive very well. I was able to move into a Periscope platform and create a video and to create real-time conversations that were allowing me to grow an audience, that were allowing me to grow a skill set, that were allowing me to enhance processes. And here's the crazy thing. For so many of you salespeople out there, you might still be struggling right now with the cold call process. You might still be struggling right now with closing a deal. You might still be struggling right now with moving people off a decision. But for so many of us, you get behind a video and you become a better what? Become a better speaker. You're strengthening your skill set. And all along the while, by maybe showing a little bit of vulnerability, by maybe showing a little bit of nervousness, you're opening the door for people to see how they can really do business with you. Because you're letting them in to your life at real moments. You see, what I notice is that the salespeople and the businesses that are winning very big, okay, let's not even talk about internet marketers right now. Let's not talk about digital or those people that are nomads that are only utilizing online platforms to grow their business as far as online is their business. Let's talk about brick and mortar businesses. Let's talk about those companies that have employees that walk in every single day. Though the ones that are winning the most are showing you behind the scenes of their business, are creating new and fresh and energetic videos that are reaching the new buying in the economy, which is the millennials. And it's because millennials and Generation Z and all these new generations are changing the face of the way you want to be marketed to. Companies that are winning and are doing it effectively are getting out in front of it. Here's what I think is amazing. It doesn't need to change what you're currently doing. It needs to become part of your arsenal. And then what you need to do is you need to let that vehicle and the statistics that can be given to you in real time make the decision on who do you really put in the driver's seat. You know, some of the dealerships that I talk to, they're very adamant about that old school way of doing things, that television marketing. But then all of a sudden, when they talk about those direct mail campaigns, which will never go away, and then we close out a direct mail campaign with a dealership, and then we come right behind it with some brand new updated digital marketing concepts, and we show them how a Facebook video can drive more people to the zip codes that we're now able to track, and then do what? Add more digital marketing targeted direct mail campaigns. Do you see how simple that was? All because you had a salesperson who thought outside the box, found a vehicle online, created an opportunity to speak about what their business was able to accomplish, and drive the same results. You see, that's finding your vehicle. And whether we all believe it or not, a post and a picture is great, but most people want to watch that video because most people are looking for those vulnerabilities. Most people want to see real-time activity. They want to see what you look like. And let me explain another huge bonus tip before we get to point number 3. A bonus tip is that I have an opportunity now to create a cold lead and turn it into a warm lead. There's dealerships today that might watch this video when I share it out into different groups, or I share it out across Facebook, that I called today. And maybe I left them a voicemail. Maybe I spoke to the gatekeeper, but I bet that gatekeeper has Facebook. I bet that general sales manager has Facebook. And now by taking a video and targeting it and specifically driving it to that Facebook page as a greeting, now it puts a face to a voice, and it immediately warms that lead. Because now I made it more realistic. I made it more personal. You see, that's the third thing that video will do to enhance your business and your sales, is it makes everything more personal. You see, when we create text posts and we do pictures, it's one thing. I even noticed this when I was advertising my podcast, and all my podcasts were being advertised through maybe a minute and a half video of introducing the guest, talking a little bit about who they were, and I had a little bit of music behind it. I noticed that I got more responses in the way that I've done it lately. Okay, so hey, here's a great point. Here's a great example. Lately, of just trying to drive it through text and through pictures and through words. And here's why. Because not only did it make it more real for the guest that came on the show, it also made it more real for those of you that wanted to go and listen to the podcast. And why? Because you heard my voice, you saw my face, and you got to listen to the excitement of the particular person or particular topic that was being discussed. So, point number 3 is that live video enhances the opportunity to sell, the opportunity to reach an audience, the opportunity to create a relationship, because it makes it more real. And I think for so many of us, by looking at things through these 3 very specific points, embrace the change, start utilizing video. Let's talk about how you can utilize video. Share a video. What I would love to see is that some of you may not be able, or may not be have enough courage right now to use a video, but some of you may be able to leverage me and share the video. Hey guys, I watched this video today. My man Matt Crane was on talking about 3 ways to enhance your sales and enhance your bottom line through video. While I haven't had the courage to do it yet myself, I've spoken to him personally, and I love this video, and I hope that it makes sense for you. Here's what happened. You leverage someone that does video, and you shared it with an audience, which will then do what? Watch that video, and it increases what? It increases your credibility, but more importantly, it adds opportunities right back to me as well. So another bonus tip here, ladies and gentlemen, is that live video is also an opportunity for community and relationships that you built to get shared to people that you don't know, people that you've never seen, people that you maybe not were intending to reach with a particular message. And by explaining what you're doing to your audience, you're now giving those people that follow you, that pay attention to you, that appreciate you, you're doing what? You're giving them a buying decision to even be more bought in to what you're doing. So number 1 is you got to embrace the change. Number 2 is that you got to find your vehicle. I watch a lot of influencers, and I watch a lot of people, and you ask them, here's the number 1 question: what's your favorite social media channel? Some's going to say Snapchat, some's going to say Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever. What that means is that that's their primary vehicle of choice. But I bet if you go to their website, they have all those other links that you can click in. You know why? Because they know that you may not like their particular vehicle the most. While you drive a Ford, your audience, some of those folks may drive a Chevy. And some of those folks may drive a Honda. And then some of those folks may drive a Hyundai. And we need to connect. But, you guys understand what I'm saying? Is that you find your primary vehicle of choice, but always be prepared to get in other vehicles. So you got to find your vehicle, number one, and you got to make sure that you're utilizing that vehicle every single day on a consistent basis. While I enjoy live streaming and I love Periscope platform and it become a primary vehicle for me, the vehicle that I truly enjoy and choose is my podcast. Because my podcast becomes what we call Evergreen Footprints. Another bonus tip for you, like right here, ladies and gentlemen, is video and digital marketing and advertising become Evergreen Footprints. I put a video up today from Rush Impact Media. My man Matt Peeler did an amazing job. Hashtag the video famous. Did an amazing job outlining some new opportunities that our company is going to be promoting, that our company is currently offering right now, that we're already enhancing the lives and the business for so many people. And guess what? It could be played 2 years from now. It could be played 3 years from now. Because bonus tip, videos can become evergreen advertisement. So you got to find your vehicle. And then point number 3, which in my opinion is the most important point to make tonight, is that every digital video can create a warm lead from a cold lead instantaneously. You know, the guys at Grant Cardone's office, those sales reps and those guys, they do an amazing job of utilizing every platform to their advantage. Making those calls, doing those traditional ways of doing business, of selling, right? Of expanding their bottom line, of enhancing their profitability. But then also knowing that I want to make a cold lead a warm lead. And the only way to do that is to make it personal. So point number 3, video makes it personal. So whether you own a business, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're an employee, whether you are in search of your true calling, the only way you're ever going to truly know whether you left it on the table or whether you took it off the table is you've got to get in front of where the audience is. Let's talk about this before we call it a night here on the first of many Facebook live streams. Is that in World War II, we had what we call the baby boomers. So when all those folks came back from World War II, they gave birth to the baby boom generation, which was a lot of our mother and fathers. Which means all the marketing companies, all the advertising companies skipped an entire generation and marketed solely to one group of individuals. Which means they had to do what? They had to find the vehicles that those individuals are going to be in, and they had to get in front of them. So they created the television. They created the school systems. They created hospitals. They created radio. Because before that, it was the U.S. Postal Service. That was the way people marketed and advertised it, and newspapers. But then all of a sudden, an entire new generation that had a different way of looking at things, a different way of buying things, a different way of searching for products. So what happens? The companies had to adapt or die. Let's translate that to where we are today, ladies and gentlemen. The baby boom generation gave birth to now the largest and most diverse group of people in the American economy today, called the millennials. And the millennials are on Google for everything. They're on Facebook for everything. They're on Twitter, Snapchat, LinkedIn for everything. And guess who can help you take advantage of all that? That's right. The folks with Rush Impact Marketing. I think what's amazing about what's happening is that a company like this and a company like ours is constantly evolving because we can. A company like this is always able to be in front of trends, to be in front of opportunities, to be in front of the things that they're doing. Absolutely, Josh Thurman. I love your hustle, buddy. It's the guy right here, man, that never quits. I love that. So as a business, as an entrepreneur, as a salesperson, as an influencer, what you need to ask yourself is, what's your brand look like every day on the internet? Where do you stand on Google.com? Are you on the first page? Are you on the second page? Are you on the third page? What's the analytics of the traffic that you're driving? Call those television stations right now. Call those radio stations right now and ask them for the conversion rate based on the investment that you're making. And I really want to encourage people to take a look at the bottom line numbers. And then here's what I want you to do. Hey, if you're a salesperson right now and you don't have a digital business card, called a LinkedIn profile, called a Facebook profile, called a Twitter profile, called a Snapchat profile, called an Instagram profile, and you're still going to Vistaprint, whether it's $10, whether it's $9.95, no matter what it's called, and you're still spending more money on real business cards than you are digital business cards, tell me the return on that investment. Because I can tell you the return on my digital business card every single second. The other thing that I think is so great about digital marketing, advertising, and videos is that every single word, every single second spent, every single broadcast, post, or anything is trackable. Down to the person. If I really wanted to, I could run the analytics on this Facebook video and I can tell you the time watched. On my Periscope streams, I get a report every single night of the people that gave me the most hearts, of the people that watched the most views, of the people that become my super fans, which are those 25 people that are always there. Shelly Harris is number one across the board on every list right now for me on Periscope. That's a lead possibly down the road, tomorrow, who knows? But it's one that now I can consistently say over and over again that I'm making an impact for. Ladies and gentlemen, we're currently running campaigns for companies where we can show them when their campaigns have been opened. We can give them opportunities to make real-time callbacks to their clients, to their prospects, to their prospective community. We can show them where their prospects within radiuses of their dealerships or their businesses or their restaurants or their jobs. We can show them where they're spending their money. And the great thing about it is we can also show them how they can maximize their bottom line by stepping outside of the norm, by embracing the change, by finding their vehicle, and by tracking the numbers, real-time statistics. So to recap tonight, ladies and gentlemen, once again, my name is Matt Crane I am Matt Crane, for Real Sales and Marketing Manager, Rush Impact Media. Had to catch my phone there. I also host the Power of Great podcast that airs on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio. It's been featured on the Huffington Post, iHeartRadio, and Pandora. I also write and contribute for the Huffington Post online, for Influencive.com, for Pursuit.com, for Addicted to Success. And what we have been talking about tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is 3 ways that video can enhance your bottom line and your sales. The lifeblood of every business will be, has been, and will continue to always be its sales, followed very closely by its pipeline of sales opportunities. So every day that you're a salesperson in the field, every day that you're a business with a sales team, and you're not utilizing online platforms, there's 3 to 4 businesses in your marketplace that are doing that very thing and are becoming the new norm for that marketplace. So I ask you tonight, what does your digital footprint look like? Would you like someone to consult with you on a complimentary basis and show you information in real time on how changing 1 to 2 things could improve and enhance the way that your business does business and continues to do business with its current clients, its future prospects, and those leads that are so desperately fought for every single day? If that's the case, I would love to speak to you. I would love the opportunity to engage with you one-on-one, talk to your team, visit you in person, shoot me a message. I would love to connect with you. But more importantly, I ask you, start taking these 3 specific steps and watch what it'll do for you almost overnight. So I look forward to many more opportunities to share in these moments with you to really enhance the way that you look at your business, the way that you look at your processes, the way that you look at selling, the way that you look at engaging your prospective community. And guys, 2017 is 2 weeks away? So we've got a little over a year left before 3/4 of the entire country spend their hard-earned advertisement dollars for mobile device advertising. Our company has already done mobile device advertising for businesses, dealerships, DJ Khaled's of the world, Antonio Brown's of the world, Grant Cardone's of the world. So many amazing influencers with unlimited resources at their fingertips have turned to the folks at Rush Impact Media because we pride ourselves on being first, on being best, and on never resting on your bottom line. So guys, that's my mission for you. That's my mission for our business, and that's our mission for all of the people that we're going to impact through all the great things that we're doing. You got to get over to rushimpact.marketing. That's rushimpact.marketing. Check out our latest website. Check out the multitude of things that we're offering to the marketplace. And why did I say a vehicle? Because we have an assorted selection that we can help you test drive today. And I would love to hand you those digital keys and get you well on your way to a rock star status in your business, in your life, and in your career. Let's talk. I got to run, guys. Y'all have a great night. Talk to you soon.